Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we have a new game from round 5 of Candidates Tournament. It was played between Ian Nepomniachtchi and Praggnanandhaa. Praggnanandhaa is playing with white pieces while Ian is playing with black pieces. So let's see the match. Here Praggnanandhaa begins with e4. Nepo replies with e5, knight f3, knight f6. So we have Petrov defense over the board. Knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, knight takes e4, and now d4. So we have classical line of Petrov defense over the board. d5, bishop d3 attacking the knight at the center, bishop d6 a developing move and preparing for short castle. Praggnanandhaa castles, Nepo castles, c4 attacking the center, c6 defending the d5 pawn, knight c3 putting pressure on knight over e4, knight takes c3, b takes c3, d takes c4, bishop takes c4, bishop f5 a developing move, bishop g5 attacking the queen, queen goes to a5, now knight h4 attacking the bishop, bishop retreats to e6, bishop takes e6, queen takes g5, knight f3 attacking the queen, queen moves to a5, bishop goes to h3, and now queen takes c3. So here we can see that black has an extra pawn. White has 5 pawns with an isolated pawn in the center, but white is much ahead in development. Rook b1 attacking the b7 pawn, b6, rook b3 attacking the queen, queen moves to a5, d5, c takes d5, and now knight g5 preparing queen h5, h6, knight takes f7. A brilliant sacrifice by Praggnanandhaa, and it shows how prepared he was for this game. King takes f7, rook goes to d3, knight d7, rook takes d5, and now bishop or this knight is completely hanging. Also in the previous move the bishop could take the knight, but here both the pieces are hanging, and knight c5. Let's see what could have happened if Nepo had tried to save this dark square bishop. Let's see. Here we have rook d3 on 22nd move, knight d7. Yeah, in place of knight d7 he could go for bishop c5, but then rook f3 check, king goes to g8, and queen takes d5. So the king is under check and the rook on a8 is hanging, and after exchange of this pair of rook it is simply going to fall. Okay, what if bishop b4 was played? Then we had a3 attacking the bishop, and bishop takes a3. Simply rook takes a3 and the bishop has been taken back. If queen goes to take it, then with queen takes d5 check, the rook is still falling. And also the situation is very dangerous for black, as the king is wide open in the center, and with rook e1 check there is no defense apart from moving the queen. So this is completely lost position for black in either case if he defend the dark square bishop. So the actual moves played in the match were as follows: knight d7, rook takes d5, and knight c5. So rook takes bishop, king g8, queen d5 check, king h8, bishop f5. Here it was in this position that Praggnanandhaa had very big advantage in the match, because after queen e5 this pawn was pinned and an attack on h6 was available there. Here if he would have played queen e5, then the defense could be king g8, And now rook g6 attacking the g7 pawn, rook f7, and now simply rook takes g7. Rook takes g7. Now again with that brutal queen d5 check, the rook on a8 is simply hanging. And here you can see that the king is wide open and it is prone to attack, and it was an advantageous situation for Praggnanandhaa if he could have played this way. But the match continued with knight b7 after bishop f5, queen takes a5, knight takes a5, both the queens were off the board, g4, knight c4, rook goes to d5, rook a e8, h3, knight e5, king z2, activating the king, g6 attacking the bishop, bishop goes to c2, g5, bishop f5, rook e7, rook d6, king g7, rook e1, rook f6, rook d5, knight g6, rook takes e7, check, knight takes e7, rook d7, king f8, bishop e4, a5, king g3, knight g6, bishop takes g6, rook takes g6, h4, rook c6, h takes g5, h takes g5, rook b7, a4, and it was in this position that both the players agreed for a draw. I hope you have enjoyed this video. For more such videos, please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.